Okay, so we are starting financial statements with adjustments. Now, because the name of the chapter is financial statements, that you have already learned. What are the financial statements? Trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. And these are also known as final accounts, first thing, as well as financial statements give you two types of information. So trading and profit and loss account will inform you about the profitability of the business, and the balance sheet will inform you about the financial position of the business. So now we have to make certain adjustments in these final accounts which you have learned in the previous chapter. Now what to adjust? What is the meaning of adjustment? Why we are calling them adjustment? First thing, it should be clear in your mind. So I will explain this concept in detail. Please focus on the screen and listen my words carefully. I am taking an example of salary. Suppose my financial year, usually our financial year and accounting year both are same these days. So you can say financial year or you can say accounting year. Is from 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. So when I will be starting this year, for the month of April, I will be paying salary after 30th April. In the next month, I will be paying the salary in May. Am I right? Same for the month of May, I will be paying the salary in June. Yes, please. Same for the month of June, I will be paying salary in July, and so on. So if I come to the last month will be March 2020. For that salary, when I will be paying the salary for the month of March 2020, when I will be paying the salary. Yeah, April 2020. I will be paying this salary in the month of April. But in April 2020, my next financial year or accounting year will start. It means what I want to say, on 31st March, the salary for March will remain unpaid. Yes, please. This point is clear. On 31st March, the salary for the March will remain unpaid. Because I am paying the March salary in the month of April. Then on 31st March, this salary will remain unpaid. You have not paid the salary for the month of March. When you will be paying the salary, you will be paying in the next year. You will be paying the salary in next year, first month, April. Now this point is clear. Okay. So see, one query is there. This is same financial year. Salary in the month of May. So there is no difference because I am paying in the same financial year. I am paying the salary of May in the month of June. Again, I am paying in the same financial year. So there is no issue in that. But the issue is here in the month of March because my year is ending and I have not paid the 1 month salary. What is the journal entry for salary you are doing? When you will be paying salary in the month of May, what journal entry you will be doing? Okay, I should clear you. One query is there, that's why I will clear you the whole procedure again. Okay. Now please try to listen. Some confusions are there. So I will explain you concept of salary also. In practically, you are also having some employees at your homes or in your father's or mother's office. When you are paying salary, before the month end or after the month end. When 1 month finished, you pay salary at that time, obviously. So salary gets due after the month is over. When the April is over, then the salary will get due. So sometimes some firms make the salary due on first day of the next month, and sometimes some firms make the salary due on 7th of the next month. So this is a trend. So you will get your previous month salary in the next month. This is the procedure. So that's why the salary of March, they are not paying it late. It is as usual, the whole procedure. It will get due on April 1 or April 7 in the next year. So now my journal entry for payment of salary will be salary account debit to cash account. Suppose 1,000 per month I am making the salary. I am paying the salary 1,000 per month. Then next again I will be paying the same salary. So this way I will be paying salary for each and every month. Starting from April, I will be paying salary for each and every month. But in the month of March, I have paid salary for Feb. In the month of March, I have paid salary for Feb. And the salary of March I will be paying in the month of April. So in total, how many months salaries I have paid till 31st March? Listen question carefully. What I'm asking, till 31st March, I have paid salary for how many months? Yes, yes, very good. 11 months salary I have paid. So my salary expense will be how much? If I am paying salary of 1000 per month, then my salary expense will be how much? Yes, very good, very good. 11,000. Clear? Each and every point is clear. My trial balance will be showing that yes, I have paid salary 11,000. But at the rate of 1,000, what should be total salary for the year? Yes, very good. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Yes, very good, very good. It should be 12,000. It should be 12,000. But my trial balance is showing that you have paid salary 11,000. Okay. Now one more question. In March, my employees has given their services. In March, they have done their work. In March, the employees have done their work. So is it as and I incurred the expense if I have used their service in the month of March. Now listen question carefully. If I have used their services in the month of March, then I can say that I have made an expense of 1,000. I have made an expense of 5,000, but I have not paid it. My expense has been done, but I have not made the payment of that expense. Can I say this? Sorry, 5,000 is not there, 1,000 will be there. I have made an expense of 1,000 in March, but I have not paid it. So this unpaid amount this unpaid salary on 31st March is to be adjusted in profit and loss So I should write my salary 12,000, but my trial balance is saying that you have paid salary 11,000. So the difference between the two is reason for salary of the month of March. First point which you should be clear about. Then second point is that because this is an expense of the year 2019-20, and when I am preparing the profit and loss account, I should adjust this 1,000 while preparing the profit and loss account for the year March 2020. So that unpaid salary which I have not paid for the month of March till 31st March, that has to be adjusted in the profit and loss account. That's why it becomes an adjustment. Yes, please. Now responses from your side, whether you are able to understand the meaning of adjustment, some picture is clear or not, what is happening. $11-month salary was recorded in books of accounts for year 2019-20. 2019-20, whatever accounts you are preparing, in that particular account, company will give salary, but it will give salary in the month of April. I am not saying that they will not pay the salary. The salary is unpaid on 31st March. Next month they will be paying that salary as per their rules and regulations, whatever they are following it. So 11-month salary you were paying, and you were passing the journal entry also. Salary account debit to cash account, salary account debit to cash account, salary account debit to cash account. You are passing each month, you are paying the salary, you are passing the journal entry. So you have recorded 11 journal entries, salary account debit to cash account. But for the month of March, because you have not paid the salary till 31st March, that entry will be missing, salary account debit to cash account. So that's why that expense has to be recorded in the books of account. So that's why, what is adjustment? Meaning of adjustment is what? Simply unrecorded transactions. Unrecorded transactions are adjustments. Unrecorded adjustment. Adjustment is what? Yes. Whenever you are paying the salary, you are recording that. But because you have not paid this month's salary, then how you will be recording that salary in a particular year? That salary will be paid in the next year. So that's why the unrecorded transactions which you have not recorded in your books of accounts for that particular year are known as adjustments. First thing, this should be clear in your mind with logic. If you are feeling that you are having still any doubt, I will be explaining it with more examples, but first you be clear about this. Okay, I will give you one more example. Okay. So unrecorded transactions means I have to record these transactions for completing the books of accounts. So these are unrecorded, so that's why I have to record them. I have to record them. How I will be recording them, that is part of your learning that we will be doing. Now I give you one more example. Electricity bill. Very simple example. For the month of March, when you will receive the bill, in the March itself or in the next month April, you will be receiving that bill. Yes. Obviously. So for the month of March, I will be getting the electricity bill in the month of April. So that means I will be able to make the payment in the month of April only. Before that, I cannot pay. I don't know how much is the amount. Am I correct? So again, what is happening? 11 months bill has been paid and recorded. That you have paid also and that you have recorded also. But March bill has not been paid and not recorded as well. Yes, obviously, see, practically think about that. When you will receive the electricity bill after the completion of the month, means obviously for the month of March, you will be receiving the bill in the month of April. That's why. So the month of March bill has not been paid and not recorded. Now my query is, question one is whether electricity is consumed or not in March. You have consumed electricity in the month of March or not? Yes, we have consumed. So then question number 2, if I have consumed in the March, then it is expense for March or month of or April when I will be paying it. So it is an expense in March or it is expense of April. Yes, very good, very good. It is expense of March. That you have to understand. Only the payment has been shifted. The payment will be done in the month of March, but the payment doesn't mean any expense. Payment is different with the expense. The moment you consume the electricity, it becomes your expense. Accrual concept. Chapter number 3. So when you consume the electricity, you have consumed the electricity in the month of March. That's why the consumption of the electricity will be an expense of the month of March. Question number 3. Should I record it as expense even if not paid? Each and every point is very important for the understanding purposes. So I will be recording it again. What happened? It becomes adjustment. Because I have to record it, it remains unrecorded and unpaid. Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, we will be adjusting it in profit and loss account. We will be adjusting it in profit and loss account. So this is all about the meaning of adjustment that we have discussed in this particular lecture. Next class we will be discussing it further.